Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. For a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the single back. Jukes his way for more. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. And if you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a fumble. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys...
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Now the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Let's talk about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, and these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play.
Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Extending the play. Pulls it in, it's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's so important for an offense in the passing game to change the launch point of the quarterback. You can't consistently be 5 or 7 yards behind the center throwing the football. Move the pocket, get him outside, buy him some time so he can see the field, and then show you what he can do with that opportunity.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Hale. Still on his feet at the 40. Continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ball State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires to the tight end. Oh, they knock it free. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Now they'll run it to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll toss it to the left. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Keeps the play going. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Going right to work up top. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's blocked. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really...
Lofts one high and deep. He got it! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Hale. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Hale. Out across the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Catch in the middle. It's Hale. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Buys a little extra time. Lets it go to the end zone. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
Man, the defensive coordinator is pulling his hair out on the sidelines after that one because they had everybody covered initially. They just couldn't get home to the quarterback. He had over 5 seconds to throw that football. The defense has to do a better job affecting the QB moving forward, or they're going to get lit up in this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Forced out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. At the 45 on its way. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Carr. That's caught, it's Fields. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll test the right side. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll run play action. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap from the gun on third down. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in it.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Snagged in the middle. It's Love. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. We'll see if this dude can keep it rolling. You know, 3 Alabama running backs have won the Doak Walker for the best running back in the country. Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Trent Richardson. Throw in Mark Ingram, who won a Heisman. He might be able to add his name to that illustrious list.
And we could still throw people in there too. Sean Alexander, we can go back even further. Alabama's always had great running backs.
Fires deep toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocking, a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Using his feet. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Carr. He's got an open man. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught near the sticks. It's locked. Touchdown, Notre Dame! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hale. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Using his feet to buy time. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Makes the catch at the 45. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. With the catch, it's Pauly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Quarterback making checks. Reads it, fires complete. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Quarterback extends the play. On the move, he fires. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. He might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
On the ground, it's Young. Breaks into the open. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. And he go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Snap it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Quarterback moving. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Fields. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Fields. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all getting the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Scanning the field, it's Carr. The throw. With the catch, it's Pollard. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Here we go. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna look downfield again. Flips it out on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tight end now in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Love. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the air, it's Carr. Caught over the middle, it's Love. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And here they come almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. See how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go with a direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. There he goes. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
They'll run the toss. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. Oh, he's got some space.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big game.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you